Well, well, look what the cat dragged in. An open letter to the Unity community. Let's have a quick look, shall we? To our community, I'm Mark Whitten, and I lead Unity Create, which includes the Unity engine and editor teams. I want to start with simply this. I am sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Yada, yada, yada. We love you. You're what makes Unity great. We get it. Okay, here is a nice little paragraph. Our Unity Personal plan will remain free, and there will be no runtime fee for games built on Unity Personal. We will be increasing the cap from $100,000 to $200,000, and we will remove the requirement to use the Made in Unity splash screen. No game with less than $1 million in the trailing 12-month revenue will be subject to the fee. Cool. The runtime policy fee will only be applying beginning with the next version of long-term support, shipping in 2024 and beyond. Your games that are currently shipped and projects that are currently being worked on will not be included unless you choose to upgrade to the new version of Unity. For games that are subject to the runtime fee, we are giving you a choice of either a 2.5% revenue share or the calculated amount based on the number of new people engaging with your game each month. Both numbers are self-reported data. Well, there's a lot of concessions here, and I don't think we would have gotten them had the Unity community not pushed back the way they did. So this is definitely it's almost akin to a labor strike, you know? It's like Unity developers sort of went on strike, and I guess this is our revised contract, and we just have to accept it now. So to be honest, though, the fees were never really going to affect me, honestly. They weren't. Like, if I were to make enough sales and revenue for those fees to kick in, Nixie would be a huge success. And so the fees were not really ever the issue. For me, personally, what I was more concerned about was what happens if Unity just full-on dies as an engine. What would happen if the Nintendo eShop and Steam and Microsoft just stopped accepting games that were made in Unity because of some sort of malware tracking system, or there was confusion over who was paying the fees for certain storefronts and that kind of thing. Like there was this sort of nightmare scenario where I was like, okay, even if I just ignore the fees entirely, what happens if the engine fully just ceases to exist? That was the part that was scaring me more than having to pay the fee, because if I hit the revenue threshold, I could just pay the fee. It would suck, and it wasn't a small fee, but the money would be in the bank. A lot of people are going to say the damage has been done, the trust is broken, Unity still has a lot to do to recover from this. And listen, I agree, the initial announcement was just a disaster. The backlash, the way it was delivered, the confusion, the follow-up, the concept of retroactively changing agreements. It was just a complete gutter ball. It was a gutter ball even before the ball rolled past the arrows. Weird bowling reference, sorry about that. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos from other developers that had active projects in Unity, and one of the most common responses was, we are going to continue using Unity for this project and then strongly consider or definitely switch to another engine for our next game. And I kind of feel like I'm in that boat. I mean, Nixie still has a long way to go. It's going to be a while before this project is done. But looking at the Godot engine, it was very interesting, and it seems like an engine that I would enjoy learning and making a different game in. But I just have too much time and knowledge invested in Unity to switch. A lot of people in the comments of my previous video were urging me to just, drop Unity now, switch to Godot. Some people even said 2 weeks, a month, you'll have it ported. And listen, you might be world-class master programmer, game developer. I'm not, okay? I know the speed in which it takes me to learn things and get adjusted to things, and switching Nixie over to Godot, even having just the one area that I have done and the mechanics that I have done, it would take a year. It would take a full year. It just would. And I'm just not interested in starting over. I don't want to do it. I don't like doing things twice. So for the past week, I've just been working on some art assets for the game. Haven't been doing any Unity programming or any development in Unity. Just working on assets. And I was waiting to see what kind of announcement that Unity came out with. And again, I'm cognizant of the fact that like these figures, these numbers, they don't affect me. They don't. But I wanted to see the kind of response that they would come out with to see how it would really soften the blow. Without having looked into any like tweets or YouTube reactions or anything, my gut reaction is that this is a pretty good walkback statement. And again, we would not have this walkback statement had it not been for the backlash. Like, concessions are clearly being made here on Unity's part, which is good. They should never have made the announcement in the first place. There's still a lot to do in terms of reestablishing trust. And, that's just going to happen over time. Who knows what Unity might try to do in the future? It's always going to be a thing. But hey, unfortunately, we have capitalism. Unity is a publicly traded corporation, and this is a completely different topic. I kind of despise the corporate structure. I think it should be done away with. I think the fact that a company is legally beholden to their shareholders to make decisions that just benefit them and their profits is the source of like a lot of bad things in the world, right? But that's what it is right now, and Unity is not the only corporation around a game engine. For those reasons, Godot is very appealing to me. The open source nature of Godot is very appealing to me, and I would strongly consider doing my next game in Godot. I think that could be interesting. It would be an interesting challenge, and by the time I get there, I think Godot is going to have a lot new features and a lot more compatibility, especially with the influx of users that this whole debacle has caused. So I'm really going to keep my eye on Godot for future projects. But Nixie will continue being developed in Unity. Some people might think I'm a fool for doing that. No, switch to Godot now, take the time. You might be right, but this is what I'm deciding at the moment. So in conclusion, did Unity just save Nixie? Well, I guess it saved it from itself and its own potential demise. So cool. Great. We can keep going. So on that note, I have some more good news about Nixie. The Steam page has been approved and is live, so you can now wishlist Nixie on Steam. The demo is also uploaded on Steam, so you can download the demo through your Steam client, play it on Steam Deck, send me feedback. There is a link on my website to download the demo direct if you don't have Steam. There is also a spot on my website to submit feedback for the demo, though I much prefer that you join my Discord and give me feedback in the demo feedback channel. But you by no means need to join the Discord. There are ways to do it on the website, so I'd love for you to get a hold of the demo, give it a shot, let me know your feedback, your thoughts, any bug reports. There have been many little quirks and bugs found already. I'm aware of a bunch of them, so I got plenty of work to do. So I'll put the Steam link in the description below. The Discord link will also be down there. And yeah, I really hope that everybody checks it out, and curious to see what everybody thinks of the game. So anyway, I'll keep you updated on progress, and until next time, take care.